Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this Blokees classic class figure review, we're going to be looking at their Nemesis Prime figure. So this is using the same mould and the same parts as, of course, the normal Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, but as just seems to be, I suppose, the normal pattern, they've just made him so much cooler and given him so many more accessories. Right, but before we get started, we need to have a look at the beautiful packaging. I need to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also to thank Shozy, because that's where this came from. And as you can see by the direct link in the description, you can get one for yourself, and don't forget to use my code as well. So there is the beautiful box. I love these boxes. They've still got this same reflective sheen like them shiny stickers we had when we were kids. There's the classic class 08 Nemesis Prime, and as I say, this is Rise of the Beasts. Even though of course he wasn't in it, it was of course Scourge, but I still really like it. And as I just said at the beginning, I don't know what it is about Nemesis Prime. They just seem to make him that little bit cooler, which is quite interesting, to be honest. Right, let's move this box out of the way. So for those of you who don't really know anything about Blokees, or you're new, let me just very quickly go through what this figure is. It is a non-transforming figure. It is a model kit, and it comes with all of them parts there, and you build it up. It also comes with loads of accessories. It's really easy to build up. There's countless videos on here with me doing instructional videos on how to build them up. There's the rest of the Rise of the Beasts Blokees cast. There's the base, which I've already built up, and as I say, I've pretty much done everything with this video. Built it up already, because I've done so many of the reviews of them. So let me show you the figure first and foremost. Again, these are brilliant. These are so much fun. It's like Lego meets Transformers, because you get to build them all the way up. So because you build them up and because they're model kits, the articulation is second to none. Head will go all the way around. It will look up and down. Arms, again, ball and socket, so all the way around. Rotation at the top of the bicep, also at the bit of the shoulder, bicep flexion. The fists you can pop on and off, and I'll show you why in a second, but that's how you build it. So of course you've got articulation there, you've got completely unrestricted waist rotation, and again you can kick the legs pretty far forward and even if all the way back, just slightly hindered by that. Take it all the way out to the side, and then of course you've got your thigh cut, knee bend, ankle tilt, rock, etc. All of these are ball and socket, so you've just got an incredibly articulated figure. Because this is a classic class, it's a little bit more detailed. This one is slightly chibified, and I think that's because it was one of their earlier ones. All of their newer figures that they're making classic class are very, very screen accurate. This one's also got the light up feature where you can flick the chest. I suppose you can just about make out that that's lit up there. Again, it's just one of the bonus features that comes with the classic class. You can open up this, you can see the smashed shattered glass sort of thing inside there as well. And let me show you what I mean by very quickly. So this was of course the original figure. I think this is one of the very, very early ones anyway, and as I say, it's just ever so slightly, I think, correct me if I'm wrong guys, just slightly out of proportion. As I say, a teeny little bit chibified, but since then they've gone super detailed with their classic class and just made them look, as you can see, quite a bit better. But the reason why I've got this is because I'm terrible for collecting every single for collections, being a completionist, and that's pretty much what you can see I've done here. So this is of course 2007 Ice Megatron, and you can see, you know, they're completely in proportion, and indeed they do look very, very good, as with all the Transformers 1 figures as well, to be fair, and then there's all videos of them on this channel as well. Right, let me show you what I meant about the hands then. So what we can do here is we can pop this off, and then of course we can attach the I'm going to call it an arm cannon, but in this case it's still an arm cannon. You can still pose it, it works really well. The base, funnily enough, again clips together via them two ports. These you can maneuver around and put them wherever you want, and these ports there will plug directly into the ports on his foot, and they work incredibly well. So you can do daft things like matrix poses and it will hold no problem whatsoever. So the detail, as I'm sure you can see, is second to none. You know, right down to the tires, to the inner workings, to the gears, to everything that's on these, exactly that, just super detailed. But as I've just said, I don't know what it is with baddies, and perhaps it's just, I don't know, maybe Nemesis Prime, definitely, in fact it is definitely in this particular case, they just make them, they give them all the extra weapons, just make them that little bit cooler. So we've got the axe, which you saw at the very beginning. You've just seen the arm cannon. They've also got these two, which are brilliant. So these will go, you pop this, here we go, let me make sure I get this right. So this is going to come over. This is much easier when it's in your hand, by the way, and you're not reaching around the camera, but you just slot that round there, slot it through there, make sure you get it to line up. There we go, pop it through, and you've got a huge arm knife there, which is brilliant. And of course you can do exactly the same on this side. Let me just get my hand out of the way so you can see the figure, because that's of course what you do actually want to see. In relation to other Blokees figures, if you do collect other Blokees figures, these are bigger and, as I say, slightly more detailed, and in cases now of the newer ones which are coming out, as I've already mentioned, they are just that little bit more screen accurate. In regards to normal Blokees, that is just, it's still a normal Blokee, but it's just a golden version. You can see exactly what I mean by that. So they're a bit bigger, as I say, more parts, slightly more detailed as well. With regards to sort of mainline figures, got a deluxe figure there. That's quite a small deluxe, to be fair, and so is he, but it's just a little bit smaller than them, so nowhere near as big. If you're wondering, as your much bigger Optimus Primes, just for fun, I'll pop that there. And indeed nowhere near as big as your AMK YOLO Park model kits as well, which again you can see is much bigger. But to be honest guys, I don't want to go on too much about these figures. I do really like them. I think they're fantastic. I love the fact that you, as I say, you get to build them up as well, so that's just that extra little bit of fun. And yeah, exactly that, they look great on a shelf. They're super good for posing and indeed toy photography. And as I've said, all of the new stuff coming out now is very much screen accurate, but this guy's still a lot of fun, and I think, as I say, I think he looks great. Let me know what you think in the comments, and of course, take care.